Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly afternoon tea time and a card. I'm just going to give it a little bit for everyone to find me. I can see you guys coming on. Hello everyone. So afternoon tea time and a card, for those of you watching later on YouTube, I actually do this on my Stamp and Ink Designs page on Facebook. So you're welcome to come find me on Facebook so you can join our page. It's a group page and I have monthly activities that you guys can participate in. So today I'm going to be using the Plentiful Plants bundle. It's got the stamp set along with the Perfect Plants dies. And I'm going to actually show you the suite in the catalog because there's so many pretty pictures for you to look at. You can see all the samples here. Now, when I get in a slump or when I get a new catalog, I always try to replicate some of the cards because they're so beautiful. And then you can get everything that you see here with one item number, 155699. That's actually the suite of products. Just makes it easier to order everything. Now, just a few announcements while everybody's finding me. The month of July is almost done. There's my host code for anybody placing orders. And this is my free card for the month of July. You'll get all the pieces to create your own card. And I also have a free project sheet that I posted on my blog that has all the measurements and instructions for assembling your card. Now, one thing that I'm going to be hosting in the month of August, I just want to give you a heads up because you got a whole month. I am having a new kids collection stamping night. I'm going to do this on Zoom. It's going to be on August 27th and 28th. And all you need to do is order one of the kits in the new kids collection. I'm going to show you 4 of them just so you'll see what they're like. And use the hostess code right here. And you get to come stamp with us for free just for ordering the kit. So let me just quickly show you because I haven't had a chance to do any of my kits. I've had them for a while. I have 4 here. This is the Precious Parcel card kit. This was actually from Celebration a few years ago and they brought it back. I just love these cards. They're shaped like a mailbox. So that's one of the kits I'll be showing you. And you don't have to order the same ones I'm showing you. This is just going to be a free-for-all where you just order a kit and we socialize and stamp together. The next one is the Notes of Cheer card kit. You can see that it's got 3 different designs. And I opened this one only because I wanted to see what was inside because I love butterflies. You guys know I love butterflies. Look at this cute card. So I'm anxious to do this one, but you get embellishments, you get die cuts, you get the little glue dots, you get stamping dimensionals. Everything is in there that you need, even the clear block for stamping. Now that's number 2. I've got 2 more to show you. Number 3 is Sentimental Rose. This also was a card kit through Paper Pumpkin a few years ago. It was one of the favorites, so we brought this one back. It's got the pretty big rose image in the stamp set. So that's number 3. One more. And I'm going to do all 4 kits on both nights just to show you how they are assembled. Another returning favorite from Paper Pumpkin, this is Masculine for the Guys Cards kit. Now, the only difference with this one, they used to be like tri-panels, but these are just regular card size. They switched them up a little bit. And again, there's your clear block. You get your ink, your stamp set, and everything that you need. So I hope you'll join us for my 2 free events. And again, you just need to order a kit. I know some of you guys have ordered 2 kits, so you can join me both nights and just use this hostess code. Okay, I'll have one more announcement at the end, but I'm going to get started on today's project. Let me just bring my card in. Now, I think it was last week I made a card that was larger than the normal card. I think it was a couple weeks ago, actually. I have another card here that's going to be a little bit larger. It actually measures 7 by 5, and it's a triple step card fold. You can see the 3 steps on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to fold that, and then I'm going to also show you how to make an envelope for this card at the end. Okay, I'm using different colors. So what I did on my first card, I actually used the Bloom Where You Are Planted designer paper. There's no stamping on this card other than the sentiment. Because I used the designer paper, and you'll notice some of the images you can either hand cut with scissors or you can cut with your dies, because the dies fit on some of these images. I just want to show you the paper only because until August 2nd, it's on sale. Regular price is $11.50. It's on sale for $9.78 until August 2nd. And the item number is 155696. So here are the first 2 patterns. This is just the reverse side. There's sheet number 2. Number 3, and actually this is the one I'm going to use for the envelopes. I'm going to keep that out. I hope I don't forget to do the envelope. There's another sheet. Again, you can cut these out with some of the dies. I love this brick one. I've used that on the card that you just saw me show you. And then this is the last one. So this paper is on sale. So if you fall in love with it like I did, you have until August 2nd to get it on sale. And you can see here that I used the brick on this card. For ink colors, soft sea foam, soft suede, fresh freesia. So this is going to be a different color than what I did here. Let me bring in my layers. So I'm using soft sea foam, 7 inches by 10 inches. Now let me get my ruler out. Basic white, and I actually added that on the inside. I didn't stamp on it yet. So for the inside, you need 6 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then we get the fresh freesia. We got 4 pieces. Now this is replacing the cinnamon cider that you see on card number 1. 6 3/4 by 1 3/4. 1 piece that measures 2 1/4 by 3. And then we have 2 pieces that measure 2 by 2 3/4. And then we have the designer paper. This time I'm using the white brick instead of the cinnamon cider brick. So the designer paper, 6 by 1. 1 piece, 1 1/2 by 2 1/4. And then 2 pieces, 2 inches by 1 1/4. So that's all we need, 4 pieces for layers. Now, instead of doing the designer paper on the card I'm going to show you today, I did the stamping part instead. I've gone ahead and stamped all of my images using the inks that I showed you. So I did 4 flower pots using soft suede, 3 of these little neat branches using the fresh freesia, and then these are all of the foliages that I did. Now all of these were cut out with the dies. I didn't want to spend a lot of time cutting these out for you, so that's why I did them ahead of time. So, and I do have a pattern that I'm going to load to the page like I did last week. Oh, Melanie just asked that. Yes, I will put this on there. I'll also list the measurements of all the layers that I'm using. Okay, so we're going to get started by folding the card fold like you see here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually cut where you see the red, because that's where your steps are going to be created. I'm going to put this on the 2 1/2 inch mark on my paper cutter. And then this is where I'm going to cut at 2 inches, 2 1/2. So if I turn it this way, you're going to go down 2 inches. And remember the tip I showed you last week where I put a strip of cardstock under my numbers so I can see them better. So I have to stand up. Okay, so I'm gonna go, again, you're gonna place this at 2.5. I have my blade at 2, and I'm gonna go all the way down to 7. Okay, there's my first cut. Now I'm going to move this over to 4 3/4. Whoops. I need to bring this back in. I'm going to start at 2 again like I did on the first one. So 4 3/4, 2, and I'm going to go down to 6. Okay, that's it for cutting. Now I'm going to take this and turn it this way. And we're going to go to the 2-inch mark. Let me see if I can bring my pattern in to show you. I'm going to score from the top of the first cut all the way down. And you can use your scoring tool for this also. Okay, so now I am at the score line. I'm going to go all the way down from the cut line down. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move this over to 3 inches. And this time we're only scoring in between the 2 cut lines. Okay, so you can see here I just did in the cut line. We're going to do that one more time. Move over to the 4-inch, but do the bottom section. So I'm going to go up to the score line, or the cut line. We have a lot of scoring. Now we're going to go up here to the 5-inch mark and go down to the cut line. So 5. This is going to make all of your steps. Only up to the cut line. And they're actually pretty easy because you're going in 1-inch increments. Next one is 6 inches. That's going to go down to the cut line, the first cut line closest to you. So cut line to cut line. And the last one is your 7-inch at the bottom. So let's move that to the 7-inch. Okay. That's a lot of score lines. So now we need to fold this so it looks like this one. So you're going to fold this way, and so just pinch those down, and then you're going to pinch these up. And you're going to see once you fold that on these up top, look how easy that was. I'm just going to press down with my bone folder. I always flip it over and do it twice. And then we have these little ones on the inside also. So look how easy that was. You're folding by pinching this way, and then you're going to do the opposite way, and then pinching this way again. Very simple. Now let's go ahead and glue the colored cardstock in place. So I'm going to glue this long one first. And that's going to go 1/4 inch around the edges, is showing. Now we're going to use this. Oh, what did I did something wrong. I moved over 1/4 inch. Okay, that's okay because I can just cut this. You know, I confused myself, I think, when I went right here. That's okay. The live. Let me make sure these are going to be good. I think I'm off 1/4 inch the whole way across. Isn't that just great? That's okay. I'm going to glue these in place anyway. So you guys, I made these cards back in May. That's not an excuse, but I made these back in May, and then, of course, my husband ended up getting worse, so I wasn't able to. I didn't study this enough. It's still going to work. But I need to cut this one 1/4 of an inch shorter. This will be one of those blooper videos. I can see that right now. Now this one, I'm making sure that I'm butted up against each other. Okay, it still looks fine. Now let's go ahead and add the designer paper. I might end up having to trim one of those too. That goes on the front. I'm going to actually study my pattern before I post it because I might have something listed wrong on my pattern. Okay, this is going to go right in the middle. So this is the only one I had to trim. That wasn't too bad. This one should actually be a little bit wider. Now let's open this up so I can put this in the middle. Remember last week I told you guys I was rusty because I had not been on for a couple months. Looks like I'm still rusty. Okay, so those are all the cardstock and designer paper layers. Isn't that pretty colors? Now let's go ahead and build the flower pots. I'm going to glue all of those in place with dimensionals. I was working out in the yard today. Maybe I should have been out here studying my pattern. Okay, I'm going to put this one right on the bottom. And because this is the same flower pot, I'm going to actually put that one out here. And what I did is I put them even on the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see, I'm going to put this little funky one right here. And the fourth one. Now, let's see. I just cut a whole bunch of foliage and I don't even know where I'm going to put it. I'm just going to stick it wherever. Let's start out with maybe this one. I'm going to put that one right there. I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to glue these flat. And I've got another one here. I'm going to put that one here. I'm just kind of gluing these as I go. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to stick them wherever. This long skinny one to me looks like a cactus. And let's see, we need some of these. I think I was going to put this one right here. So I'm just going to add glue to the top of the flower pot. It's kind of fun just to build these. Okay, what else have I got going? I got this one. I got to add some more of these. I want to go this way, I think, with this one. I'm going to sneak that inside. And then I'm going to glue another one of these in the front. So we actually got 3 layers on that one. Okay, now I got to do something with these. I'm going to put one going across. Maybe. And then I'm going to take this one and fold it. Just folding it like that. I'm going to tuck that under just to give it some height. Okay, we got this left. And I'm probably just going to stick that. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Okay, so there's all of the flower pots. That was easy. Of course, everything was stamped and cut all at once. Now, all I have left to do is the sentiment. I'm going to bring in a piece of white. And let's see, what color will I use? I think I'm going to use the freesia. I'm going to stamp that on the white. And then I'm going to bring in my little paper cutter. So you can see here that I cut all of the little lines apart. let's see, I'm gonna go about, let's see how good I can get this without chopping anything off. Okay, there's the first one. Number 2. And then here's my last one. And now I'm just gonna chop off the ends. And then I glued these in place with the mini dimensionals. Sometimes when you're doing this, you have to stamp more than 1 centimeter because sometimes it's too close to from one line to the other, but this one worked out pretty good. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Now I'm going to flip these over. And I need my mini dimensionals. So this is kind of a neat card. You know what other stamps that I think would be great with this is our new one with the leaves to make an autumn or fall card. What is that called? Gorgeous Leaves. I got dimensionals everywhere. Okay. I'm going to start by putting this one down here. Now this little tiny one, what I usually do is just take a mini dimensional. I lost my scissors. And I usually just cut it in half because it's so skinny. And you can also use the edges of your dimensionals, that little piece that's left over. Sometimes that's perfect too. Whoops, I just peeled it off. It's sticking to my fingernail polish. Okay, there's that one. And the last one is right here. And I'm going to show you guys what we're doing next week, only because it's going to be my monthly Stamp With Me class. And I know some of you guys love that class. Okay, there's my card for this week. Even though I goofed on my measurements. And I will study that before I post it. So there's the pretty colors on that one. And then this was the first one that I did. I'll leave that open so you can see what that looks like. So next week, I'm going to show you guys what you need for class. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one of the cards. It's going to be a one sheet wonder. We're going to create 5 cards. And this is one of the cards we're going to be doing. So all of the cards will have the little turtle theme going on. They're all really cute cards. So that's it for, I think that's it for this week. I don't think I have any more announcements. So don't forget about the kids collection class that I'll be doing in August. I hope you'll join us. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my cards, and I hope to see you next week for my Stamp With Me class. Have a good week.